Hello, this is Smokin' Joe Gamer on Twitch.tv and YouTube. Today, we're going to be playing Metroid. Let me just take a look at the stream and see what this all looks like. If it decides to load. Hang on one second. So there you go. Well, you get to watch this while I sort through this. So there we go. That's the story. Okay, cool. Perfect. But I can see the chat, so if people want to talk, that's fine. Just no spamming, you know the rules. No trolls, no bots, no friend requests, no gameplay invites. Okay. So, as you can see, I got myself a nice little map down there that I can reference if I get lost. And it is easy to get lost in this game. So all for the month of May 2023, I'm going to be doing Metroidvania games. So of course I got to start with the original Metroid. So what is a Metroidvania? Well, it's kind of a vague, kind of loose term here. It often refers to 2D platformers that are open world, non-linear exploration. You collect power-ups to make yourself stronger, like health power-ups, missiles, other alternate weapons, and ammo capacities, shit like that. It's kind of a vague term, and everybody kind of has their own idea of what fits or doesn't fit into that category. So, now the early Castlevania games, like 1, 3, 4, Bloodlines, the Game Boy games, those are all just pretty standard 2D platformers. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, that's the first one that would be kind of considered a Metroidvania because non-linear open world, you can buy power-ups, stuff like that. It also had a password system so that you could continue because they tend to be long games, like as in you're probably not going to beat it in one sitting, which is exactly what I'm going to try to do right now. So we'll see how this goes. Now, like Resident Evil, you can see how that could have been inspired by, you know, Metroidvanias, but ultimately it created its own genre called survival horror, and those games are they're a little bit different. So yeah, it certainly have characteristics like open world, non-linear, better weapons and power-ups as you progress through it and all that, but those are typically considered survival horror or even just action adventure. And then, what about Dark Souls games? Well, again, they certainly have characteristics of Metroidvania, open world, non-linear, you get keys and stuff, and then you have to go back and figure out which door it opens, that sort of thing. And you do get power-ups like, that allow like fast travel and stuff like that. At least in the original, you had to get a special item to do that, the Lord Vessel. But those are like full-on RPGs. Like, I would just consider those dark fantasy, action-adventure RPGs. Which is, you know... But, you know, I certainly wouldn't argue with someone who told me, oh yeah, Resident Evil is Metroidvania, or, you know, Dark Souls is Metroidvania. I wouldn't really argue too much with them, if at all. But then again, I do like to argue, so I might argue just to troll them. Because I do that sometimes. So yeah. Now, is Kid Icarus a Metroidvania. I would consider it one, even though it is a linear game split into stages. So the goal here is try to go for almost like a low percent kind of run. You know, just going to try to get the bare minimum number of missiles and going to skip power-ups that I don't need. So I'm not going to get the wave beam, I'm not going to get the screw attack. I'm going to see if I can kill just Kraid and then sneak into the lair. And of course, if I get pissed off and end up rage quitting, then we're done. So that could happen too. So I wanted to come here first to get that energy tank, but you also got to get at least one missile tank so that you can start opening the red doors. But hopefully with that energy tank, I won't be dying so much. And I'm just looking at my map, and obviously it's just a static image. It's not going to show me where I actually am, but it's still going to be helpful here. So I'm way the hell over here now, but I still didn't get any missiles. And the map I'm looking at doesn't actually have the power-ups. It's just very basic. Alright. So since I don't have missiles, I can't get the ball bomb yet. But if I go up... Oh, I can't go up here because I don't have the ice beam. Okay. Hang on, let's just take a look. Pretty sure this is a red door. I have beaten this game several times, just not recently. No, okay, so I can't... I fudged it already. I was supposed to go up to the next door on the right to get a missile tank. But if I had done that, I would have had to turn around and come back, so it's fine. So what I should have done is just grab the energy tank, then turned around maybe. I don't know. Or gotten the missiles, then turned around and come back this way. Yeah, so... Oh, okay. Now I'm looking at the map, I'm getting confused, so maybe I'm better off just trying to use muscle memory here. And then, oh, of course, always try not to fall in the lava. Now, is this a good game? Well, I think it's a very good game for its time. I think it was very ambitious for its time. I think it was released on hardware that wasn't quite good enough, as you can see from constant frame rate drops and micro stuttering, and you know, if there's more than like 2 enemies on the screen, you start to get frame rate slowdowns and stuff. So it is a glitchy game, although some of the glitches are kind of built into it. Like, the game teaches you to kind of just shoot every block to see if it's a breakable block and see if it's a hidden path or something. But the whole game is a giant labyrinth too, and there are a lot of dead ends that, you know, you'll get like a missile tank, but who cares? Like, maybe you didn't need it. So I'm already losing time here because I didn't have the missiles that I needed yet. So the game came out in 1986, which is also the year I was born. How about that? And when I was a kid, we didn't have internet. And I don't know about you, but me and most of the people I knew, we didn't keep the boxes or the instruction manuals. We just had the cartridges. So you'd go to like a friend's house, they just have a whole stack of NES cartridges. So this was a very difficult game for me when I was a kid. I wasn't able to actually beat it until I was, I don't know, 12 or 13, I want to say. So I used to play this with like my cousins and friends and other people. Oh, alright, so I can't go down here anyways. Okay. That's fine. So I should have just gotten the... Should have just gotten that energy tank and then just turned around. Okay. So I have to actually go down into Norfair. Yes. Okay. You have to go into Norfair to get a missile tank. Got it. And then from there, you can get the long shot, ball bomb, and a whole bunch of other power-ups. Okay. So, yeah, I kind of have trouble multitasking, as people probably noticed if you've been following the channel at all. So as a kid, we had no freaking clue, like, what to do in this game. It was a whole lot of trial and error, you know? Like, obviously, right in the beginning, we learned, okay, I go to the left, I grab this power-up, this morph ball thing. Okay, that's neat. What can I do with this now? You know? Yeah, I'm not going to do all that yet. Sorry, just looking at the map. Alright, hang on. I should have gotten this first. That's what I should have done. I forgot that there was a missile tank right here. So you don't have to go into Norfair yet. But this should be your first stop if you're looking to speedrun the game or beat it quickly to get the best ending. So at some point we figured out, okay, you go to the left, you grab that power-up, and then, oh, I'm stuck in here. Oh, wait, if I press down, oh, cool, okay. But then at some point I remember somebody telling me, oh, you can get a bomb that you can drop while you're in the ball form. It's like, oh, that's interesting. And through trial and error, you kind of just shoot different blocks to figure out where hidden items and pathways are. Obviously, you pick up the missiles, and you'll learn if you press select, then you can shoot a missile. It's like, okay, that's neat. So a whole lot of trial and error, but then, you know, obviously, when you pick up the long shot, you immediately notice, oh, wait, I can shoot farther now. Cool. When you pick up the high jump boots, oh, I can jump higher. Cool. But honestly, we didn't really know what we were doing, and then even when we learned how to get into Kraid's lair, that whole area is a fucking pain in the ass. Alright, I'm gonna go get the long shot. I don't need it to beat the game, but it does make things a little bit easier. And it's right here. I might as well go grab it. And at a certain point in time, we did find out about the Justin Bailey code, which puts you in a point where you have 150 or 200 missiles, something like that, plus Samus looks different. It's the Zero suit, right? And you already have the Wave Beam and the Screw Attack and the Varia suit. So then you can just go straight into Torian. Now, of course, when we tried to do that, that's when you first encounter the Metroids, and you have to freeze them with the Ice Beam. We didn't know there was an Ice Beam, right? So we would try to go to Torian, and we couldn't get through it. Right, now, is there something behind here? No. But look at that. You pick that up, and you're like, oh, that's neat. So we, me and several other people, you know, or even kids at school, you know, we would play these games, and one guy would figure something out, and we'd be like, oh, okay, and then we'd all go home and try it for ourselves. So, or one guy would say, oh, my brother did this thing in that game, it was really cool. Although people would sometimes lie, because, you know, kids lie sometimes. So, you know, there was one kid who claimed that if you put NBA Jam on top of Sonic and Knuckles, you get to play as Knuckles in NBA Jam. It's like, no. He was full of shit. Unless it was some kind of ROM hack, but I don't think we really had ROM hacks back then, at least not that I'm aware of. Okay. So, I should have gotten the missile tank first. And then come back up here. But that's okay. Because now I can get the ball bomb, and then I should be able to come out the other way, and I think there's a couple more missile tanks in that area as well. So, once I get the ball bomb, I should be able to drop down and get the ice beam if I want it. The ice beam is actually in 2 locations, and it respawns because they know you need it to beat the game. Therefore, if you get the wave beam, you need to be able to switch back to ice beam before going to the end. And thankfully, they don't make you go all the way back into fucking Norfair to get it again. Now, Screw Attack is awesome, but it also can be problematic if you're trying to freeze enemies to use as platforms. You may end up killing them by accident. Now, I remember the first time I actually made it to Kraid, and it just blew my mind. I was like, oh, this is what this game is really all about. This dude is fucking crazy. And then it took me probably 3 or 4 tries to kill him, and then once I did, the game gives you 75 missiles, and then I somehow discovered the energy tank in his room, and that's when the game kind of clicked for me, like, oh, okay, now I gotta go, you know, there's 2 bosses I have to beat. You know, oh, look at the statues in the room where you enter Torian. Okay, cool. So I kill one of them, the statue changes, and then half of a bridge shows up. Okay. So then I find myself exploring Norfair, and finally finding the entrance to Ridley's hideout, which I think is also called Meridia. And, yeah. So I remember getting really deep into Norfair and finding power-ups I'd never found before, and going into these weird rooms where the walls look like eyeballs and shit. That creeped me out big time. So, and then after I did that, then it was like, okay, now I'm ready to take on Mother Brain, but I want to say the first time I beat the game, I did not have the Varia suit, and it took me 2 tries. So, you know. Alright, I can't get up there anywhere. Can't get up there without the ice beam. Can't get the ice beam without the ball bomb. So that's another kind of element of Metroidvanias, is typically once you get one power-up, that opens up new areas of the game and opens up the path to additional power-ups. So when I say that a game has good pacing, what I mean is that, you know, it's not that difficult or time-consuming to get from one power-up to the next, right? There's a good flow to everything. Now, like Batman Arkham Asylum, that certainly has Metroidvania tendencies. And that's how that game was. It was like, okay, you get the explosive paste, so now there's some certain walls you can blow up, that sort of thing. Okay, so now I have the ball bomb. Oh! Only thing with a long shot is sometimes you kill them and they're too far away to be able to, you know, collect the thing that they drop. But it also stops them from getting close enough to hit you, so, you know. Right, so here's the thing. I can't get up here without the ice beam. So I either have to go around the other way, or I have to go down and try to get the ice beam now, since I know where it is. So, this game is very cryptic. You know, a lot of hidden stuff, a lot of glitchy stuff. Need missiles, you asshole. Thank you. Now, I want to say, if you shoot a red door with, like, 2 missiles, and then go get more and come back and shoot 3 more. I don't think the HP recovers on those. I could be wrong, though. So I'm going to see if I can just skip Ridley entirely on this run. And also, might try to skip the various suit depending on how many energy tanks I find. But I am going to go back and get the energy tank near the start of the game. Once I get the ice beam. Alright, perfect. Yeah, now you drop missiles, thanks. I swear this game trolls you, and I talked about this in Metroid Prime as well, if you watched any of those videos. Like, I think they troll you. They do have a tendency of giving you missiles and health when you don't need them, but not giving you the thing you actually do need, right? So you have full health and no missiles, and they keep giving you health, right? Although maybe it's totally random, I could be wrong. Maybe they don't troll you at all, who knows? Ow. Ow. Damn lava. Of course, I'll tell you what though, like, my TV has like variable refresh rate and FreeSync Premium and all these cool features, so when I look over at my TV, it's like everything looks fine. But when I look at the stream sometimes, it looks like it's lagging a bit. And that could just be the capture card or whatever. Oh yeah, look, so you get these frame rate drops when there's too many enemies on the screen. Yeah, and then you have these glitches. You have these mosquito guys. I don't know what they're actually called. A Griever, something like that. Goober. No, I don't know. Alright. And sometimes enemies can follow you through doors, so be aware of that. So this is the alternate hidden location of the ice beam. I guess they figure if you have the wave beam, then you can just come here to grab that on your way to Torian. Okay, so I've got long shot, ball bomb, ice beam. I got 1 energy tank and 1 missile tank. If you hold the button down, she will keep firing. So another thing though, when I did finally like read the instruction manual online years later, you know, the fact that Samus is a woman is supposed to be a secret. And that's what makes the ending interesting. So the faster you beat it, the less clothes she's wearing. If you beat it fast enough, then you can clearly see, oh, I've been playing as a girl the whole time. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess you can give Nintendo some credit for being woke or whatever back in the 80s. Having a female protagonist and all that. I need missiles, you assholes. God damn it. Well, you know, I'll get more on the way back here. So, and then a lot of backtracking in Metroid games, unfortunately. But you see how I can jump on him now? That's pretty neat, right? Right. Of course, I hope I'm not stuck down here. I don't think so. Ah! Yeah, okay. Damage boost out of there, great. So, but I don't think I can get the various suit yet anyways. No, you absolutely can beat the game without getting most of the power-ups. And I think you only need something like 100 missiles to be able to beat Mother Brain in one go. you. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Not sure I can get up there anyways without the high jump. Great. Actually, I just gotta freeze the green dude at the right time, I think. And these guys can be killed by the screw attack, I think. Or some of them can, anyways. You just can't unfreeze them when you want to, though. No, can't quite make it. Alright, well, screw that. I could be here all day trying to do that. I can also just go in from the other side, now that I have the ball on. I just call these guys mosquitoes for some reason. That's what they look like to me. Now there's another hidden pit that you can drop into, but you don't want to. It's a trap or a dead end or whatever. So. And then just in case something crashes or freezes, I'm going to go ahead and just create a save state. Since I haven't died, so I haven't gotten the password yet. So yes, I can drop down there. And I think they put that enemy down there to kind of give you a hint, like, hey, there might be something here. And if you do drop into that one first, and you go over to the side here, you can see into that other room, and that lets you know, oh, wait a minute, I could drop down in the other one too. So there is a kind of, sometimes there's a consistent set of rules, or at least a pattern that you can recognize. Okay, so not really ready for Kraid's lair yet, I don't think. So I am going to spend some time in Norfair. And then how do I know the names of all these places? That's something else I think we just kind of learned. I don't know. Maybe somebody did have the instruction manual and they just told us what all these things were. Who knows? But back in the 90s, you couldn't just look shit up on the internet. That's my point. It was all word of mouth. It was Nintendo Power. It was some kids actually kept the instruction manuals, as you should. But what would happen too is you'd let somebody borrow a game, or they'd let you borrow their game, and they would just give you the cartridge anyways, and then maybe you wouldn't give it back. There's a lot of games I acquired, and I mean, let's face it, I stole them, but I didn't mean to. It just sort of happened, and they never asked for it back. Maybe that's why I didn't have too many friends as a kid. I don't know. Oh, anyways. Now, when you die, you get a password, but then it sends you back to the start of whichever region you're in. In the Japanese version of the game, you can actually save your files, which I thought was neat. That's on Famicom. Okay. So, where do I want to go now? I want to get the high jump boots. But I want to go this way first because I think there's some extra missile tanks this way. Can't really do much with only 5 missiles. Now, if you've watched any speedrunning videos, of course, you've seen people who can just go straight into Kraid's lair and just go kill him like it's nothing. And in a past stream, I think I did show the trick of how you can glitch through the wall to get into Kraid's lair early. But I didn't do that this time. I don't want to glitch the game. To me, that's like a major glitch, you know, glitching through the walls. The only thing I'm going to do that might be glitchy is trying to sneak into Torian without killing Ridley. You see what I mean, though? I have 5 missiles, which is the most I can carry right now, but I'm getting low on health, and of course nobody wants to drop health anymore. Okay, so where am I? Okay. That is where I am. Alright, I'm gonna go down this way. Yes, I know where I am. Probably gonna die down here. Yeah, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Like, so then at some point we learned that you could bounce upward using a wall bomb. So where did this just bring me? Okay. Alright. So why did I want to come here? This is why. Yeah, and always be careful not to shoot them twice by accident. Right, so that's why I looped around this way. And I'm looking at the map, and I think I can see where the, I think I can see where the other ice beam is. Alright, so at this point it would probably be quicker for me to just die. Because this will send me back to the entrance to the region. Remember that password. Okay. Alright, so... I'm gonna go this way. See, and I thought that that other path would loop around. You could see me trying to find a way through there. When are you gonna come out? Or is this one of those? Oh, it's one of those. Okay. So the goal for this month is also to play Metroidvanias that I haven't already played, like in the past year, or as part of my other monthly events that you may or may not know about if you've been following the channel on either YouTube or Twitch. So imagine our surprise back in the day when we found out, oh wait, I can totally bomb these blocks. Cool. Okay, so where the hell am I now? Right. I am in there. Okay. So I'm going to drop down here. Hopefully I won't die. Yeah, it just showers me with missiles when I don't need them anymore. Oh! And that's Metroid. This is the Metroid experience that most people had. Dying over and over and over and over again. Now, do I need the high jump boots to beat the game? No. But... or maybe I do need them. I don't know. But I need them if I want to get the Varia suit, which is just going to make everything a lot easier. Yeah. Dude doesn't drop any fucking health. Come on. I tell you, the game gets really stingy with the health sometimes. So let's see, last year I did Hello Stream, which was in October. That was all horror games. Then I did Nintendo November. It was all Nintendo games, or games that were on Nintendo consoles at least. And see how sometimes certain blocks just get discolored? That's just a glitch. So. And then in December I did like a holiday buying guide type thing. And then of course March was Mario March. And last month I played a bunch of Disgaea games at different points. Along with, you know, whatever else I felt like. So. In the past I have already streamed Castlevania 1, 3, 4, and Bloodlines. Last year I did a full playthrough of Symphony of the Night. I also did the Axiom Verge and Bloodstained Ritual of the Night randomizers. I did a little bit of the Super Metroid Link to the Past randomizer. So I won't be playing those games. I did Metroid Prime Remastered when it came out. So the plan is to do this and then do Metroid Fusion. Then I want to do Castlevania 2. We'll see how far I can get without getting pissed off. And in the past, I haven't streamed any of the Game Boy Advance or DS Castlevania games that absolutely helped create the Castlevania or Metroidvania moniker. So I'm going to be doing those games probably, or at least one of them. And then we'll go from there. I was thinking I would do Axiom Verge 2. I thought that I could bust through this wall here. Because if I can't, then I have no frickin' clue where I'm supposed to go. Although I'm looking at my map and I think I can see a way to go. Yeah, if you have the turbo function and you just hold the button down, then eventually you should get the pattern you need to infinitely go up into the sky, but that doesn't seem to be happening right now. Oh. So... Yeah, all I did was get back the health I just lost. Wonderful. I already tried to drop down through there, which I know can't be done. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, can I drop down there? Let's find out. Now, another thing that happens, though, is sometimes I get confused between this and Super Metroid, and there's spots where I thought I could drop down, but I can't. Yeah, but see, you go in here, and it's like... It seems like you can drop down, and maybe that was just the game trying to, like, teach you, like, oh, hey, you can totally do that in a certain spot, you know? And you can see how, like, enemy sprites change, but they still have, like, the same kind of behavior as enemies from other regions. Alright, so I'm heading back over here. No! No! Ugh. So I was joking around with my friends and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna play Metroid tonight and see if I can beat it quick without rage quitting. It's like, ha, 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 ha. I'm a comedian, huh? Ugh. We're supposed to die. And then you don't even drop anything, seriously. If these enemies are going to be such a pain in the ass, they should at least have the decency to die. Alright, I'm going to see if I can go up here. Right, this is the other location of the ice beam, and it's like... I think normally you would end up coming out the other side there. Okay. Really hoping there's an energy tank around here. But I think there's 3 missile tanks in this room anyways, so... Alright. Okay. 3 missile tanks. Can I bust through the wall over here? I don't think so. No. Didn't think so. Now, the wave beam is useful because it can shoot through walls, so it can help you better discover hidden paths. Or hit enemies from safer spots. Okay, so... missiles are always nice. I'm gonna need them, so it's just gonna make everything easier. That's all. Now, I did buy a game called Record of Lodoss War Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth something. Hang on. And I didn't end up playing it yet, so I may do that. Oh, I guess I can close that. Close that. Close that. Alright, yeah, so let me look through my list here. Now, I was thinking about doing SteamWorld Dig 2, because that's a cool game I haven't played in years. Yeah. Yeah, and like Sonic games, those are not Metroidvanias. Those don't count. I already did Blasphemous last year, so I'm not going to do that one again. Although that's getting a sequel, which is very exciting. So good on them. Yeah, let me see here. I'm just looking through my Steam list. Oh, Ender Lilies. I streamed that once. I might want to go back and try to beat it. That could be fun, even though that's more of like a Souls-like kind of game. Yeah, and here's the thing. Remember Gone Home? That game kind of has elements of Metroidvania because you're exploring the house and you got to find keys and all that, and you find notes and passwords but yeah, I'm not gonna play that this month though. I don't think. Wasn't planning on it. Maybe Hyper Light Drifter. Let me think about that because I bought that years ago and looks like I haven't played it since 2018. How about that? I don't know about The Messenger because that's more of a Ninja Gaiden type game, but I think it fits the criteria, so I'll think about it. So yeah, I got plenty of choices. I haven't decided what the full programming schedule will be, but I was going to do Record of Lodos War, Deedlit, and Wonder Labyrinth because it's supposed to be very similar to Symphony of the Night, and I have not actually played it yet. Oh, okay. And then I might do Blaster Master Zero because it's very similar to the original game, but you have a map and they actually tell you where to go, which is helpful. So there you have it. Okay. Back to Metroid. Alright, so I'm going to go... Oh, I can't go up there? Well, how the hell do I get up there? Dope. 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 Okay, so it looks like I'd have to either get the high jump. Yeah, but this is Metroidvania in a nutshell, right? Like, trying to figure out where the fuck you're supposed to go, but then having to get items in, like, a certain order. Alright, so what happens if I do try to go through here? Yeah, see, I can't even get on top of him, so... Alright, I gotta figure out how to drop down instead. I think I can do that over here. So of course this game is a pain in the ass if you don't know that you can bomb the ground in certain areas. See? Well, it makes you wonder if they just copied and pasted assets from the other room, you know? Like they just took that whole chunk of blocks and just said, yeah, we'll just copy and paste. Alright. So I just dropped through there, now what? Now, ow. Ah, eyeball room, ugh. Gross, I hate these rooms, ugh. So gross. And then you got the little, you know, you got the lava dragons down here. Yeah. They're a pain in the ass. What do we get here? Where the fuck am I? How the hell did I get here? Dope. Exactly what I was trying to avoid. Alright. Maybe I just dropped down further than I thought. Okay. Oh, okay. The entrance to Ridley's hideout. I don't want to be here. So now I'm just trying to figure out how I got... Oh, okay. Yeah, Ridley's hideout is a pretty good hideout, huh? It's hard to find. I don't want to go down there. That place is scary. Alright, I'm just gonna die. Hang on 1 second. So there are 2 energy tanks down there, and there's another one up here. Okay. But I'm just trying to get these high jump boots. Oh yeah, and then later in the game you do find, like, doors that need to be shot with 10 missiles. Okay. Okay, so how did I miss that? Okay, so there's a door that I missed. Oh, there's also some non-solid wall. Okay. Alright. So one more attempt to find that high jump boots, and then I'm just gonna see if I can get by without them. And it's never a bad idea to farm some health, it's just that there's not always like good spots where you can do it without getting hit. I may have already explained that this is being played on the NES mini console that came out several years ago. I've talked about it before in past videos. I've shown you screenshots of it. And I am using the controller that was included with it. So, it's as close as I want to get to the original experience. I'm not turning on the goddamn CRT filter, let me tell you that. I'll tell you what. So yeah, big plans for May, just going to be playing a whole bunch of Metroidvanias for the month. Still trying to stream 4 nights a week if possible. So I've been playing this for an hour already. And I think you have to beat it in under 90 minutes, or maybe under 2 hours to get the best ending. So I don't want to go to the left here. What I want to do is I want to go through the floor here, but somehow I missed the door. Yeah, how did I miss this door? No clue. No friggin' clue how I missed this door the first time. Okay. Guess I wasn't paying attention, or I just wasn't multitasking very well. Perfect. What is this, though? Okay. I needed that. And just from looking at a map online real quick, I now know that I can go through the other side here, I think, right? Yep. Good. Yeah. So if you come in here without the ice beam, you still can't get up there, or you have to try to bounce up with the ball bomb. So there's a lot of stuff that I ended up doing because, like, just back in the day, there's things that I finally figured out after a while because I was able to just keep using the ball bomb jump to get up to areas that I should not have been able to get to. Oh, no. 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 No, get out of the lava, stupid. Oh, okay. Ugh. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Okay, so the plan is I'm gonna go up, get the Varia suit, get 2 more energy tanks, then go to Kraid's lair, then try to go to Dorian. And unfortunately, I am not a speedrunner. And if I did want to become a speedrunner, it wouldn't be this game, let me tell you. I can think of plenty of games that I could probably learn how to speedrun, and they would be a lot more fun, too. The first game I ever did a speedrun on, and this is when I didn't know what speedrunning was, and it wasn't even really a thing, was Beyond Oasis. As a kid, I could beat that game in about 90 minutes, and find most of the special stones or gems or whatever. So if I die now, then I'll go all the way back to the start, which isn't such a bad thing. Oh! Alright. Yeah, I'm all the way back here. Great. But I don't want to drop down into Kraid's lair yet. Because I will just get destroyed down there right now. Okay. Now you probably knew this already, but energy tank up there. And you might be thinking, how the hell do I get it? I have the high jump boots, right? How do I get it? Well, I will show you. You gotta bring Mosquito over here. That's what I call him. See? That's how you do it. Now, I don't know how the game expected you to figure that out, but somebody did, right? Or maybe Nintendo Power explained it. I think they made some of these games difficult and cryptic on purpose, so that you would buy the stupid magazine. So where am I now? Okay, now I want to go all the way... I want to go up to the middle platform, and then I want to go up and then to the right. Okay. But I like how energy tanks put you back up to full health. Which is why sometimes it's not a bad idea to leave an energy tank uncollected just in case you die and then want to not have to farm for health. I'm going all the way up. And then going to the right. Oh. No, that's not what I'm doing. I went the wrong way. I go here, then I go up and to the right. Ugh, okay. We're slowly but surely getting through this god-awful game. I kind of see this game as like a rite of passage, you know? People who say, oh, I'm good at video games. It's like, oh, well, can you beat Metroid? No? This is a dead end, isn't it? Or yeah, it is. Okay, so there's nothing up there. I know that. Alright, great. Nice. So now that I have the ball bomb, I can go through here. But I think I want to go through... Dang it. I think I want to go through this one. Okay. Phew. Didn't want to fall in the lava, that's all. Okay. So in this room, you see the dude down there, and you may think to yourself, well, gee, maybe I can drop down. You can't. But what you can do is get yourself up here. And now that I have the high jump boots, I can actually make it up to this platform. So if I'd come here before, I wouldn't have been able to get it anyways. Alright, cool. And look at this. Another hidden room. One of the best power-ups in the game is hidden. And they don't give you any clues as to how to find it. Unless there's something in the instruction manual that I don't know about. Oh. But see, I call it the Varia suit because I think it's short for variable. I could be wrong. Could be Varia. But it doesn't just change your color, it like halves all of the damage that you take. So I'm going to keep going this way because I think there's another energy tank over here. And possibly some more missiles. I'm telling you that I have beaten the game without the various suit. It's not fun. It's fucking hard. Because then you got to get extra energy tanks. You know, you need the extra health at that point. So if you get all the energy tanks, you could definitely beat the game without the various suit. No doubt in my mind. Or I could be wrong. Maybe I can't go this way. Oh. Now I remember. I remembered. Perfect. Oh, energy tank, thank you. Good. Now, the other thing is if you don't know your way around the map, you know, you come out of there and you're like, oh, okay, cool, but you're still wondering, how could I go up the other way if I were so inclined? And, like I said, when I was a kid playing this game, I didn't know there even was an ice beam. But it wasn't that hard to deduce that you could freeze enemies and then jump on top of them, even before you actually tried doing it or did it by accident. So, powers of deduction for this game, I'll tell you. Maybe someday I can speedrun it like the pros, or maybe not, because, I don't know. I don't feel like it. It's a hard game. Yeah, I forgot that she turns, like, bright pink when you have the various suit. That's interesting. Ah! Okay. Yeah, but I'm only taking, like, 5 damage from these dudes now. It's crazy. Alright. So if I didn't already have the ice beam, then I would totally drop down and grab it now. But I also would not have been able to do all those other things I just did without the ice beam. Okay, so now we're going to Kraid's Lair. And at this point, they make sure that you can't see on the other side of the wall, because that's where Torian is. I did it again. I keep going the wrong way. Sorry. This is where I wanted to go. Okay. Great. Now you should check out the band Metroid Metal if you get a chance, because they've done some awesome metal covers of various Metroid songs. Okay, yeah, this is where I wanted to go. Okay. So originally I was going to get that energy tank on the way back here to go to Kraid's Lair. But of course I died and then thought, well shit, I'm already here, I might as well grab it now and it just makes things easier. Alright, so it's 10:30. I've been streaming for just over an hour. Hopefully I can beat the game within the next hour. We'll see. And I would have done it faster if I didn't die so many friggin' times. Now I think the reason why Kraid's hideout has like a two-headed statue is because he's supposed to be the second boss. The game's probably letting you know, hey, that area is very difficult, might not want to go down there. Okay. I love the music in this area, by the way. Yeah, and look, this creepy-looking snail guy. So, I'm looking at the map here. Do I want to go this way? I don't think I do. No, because that's just going to loop up and around. And then there's a bunch of items in there that I don't care about. So that whole area is a dead end, basically. No. So I want to go there. Right. Oh, I didn't mean to drop down that far. Okay. Right, I don't want to go down here because this will take me to fake Kraid. There is a fake Kraid. Okay. So I want to go back up. And that's a spot you can only get to with the ball bomb, looks like. That part down there. Okay. Alright, but see, you'll notice the speedrunners have to do a ridiculous glitch thing to get through the wall. But when you have the high jump boots, you can obviously just do it. I want to say there might be one spot in the game where you can replenish all your missiles. So I'm only taking 10 damage from these guys instead of like 20 or 30 or whatever it would be. It's still a lot, but... And those guys can fly through the wall and hit you while you're trying to get through. So... Okay. So I just went through there. Now I just want to drop to the bottom, it looks like. Alright. Yeah, look at these creepy looking wasps. Yeah, these guys, I just call them wasps. They might be war wasps or battle wasps or something. Just thought this might be a good opportunity to farm some health and ammo. And as you've seen, all of the health power-ups are either 5 or 20, except for the ones dropped by the Metroids at the end of the game. There are also, like, plenty of ROM hacks at this point that are interesting. Like, there's a game called Metroid Mother, which is... They didn't really change much, they just tried to make it less glitchy. And then you have Rogue Dawn, which is like a total, meant to be like a fan-made sequel or something, or prequel, or I don't know. Like there's a fake Samus that's made by Ridley or something. Oh. See, this is the good farming spot. Alright. Yeah, this is where you're supposed to farm. Okay. But I touched it. Okay. But this game absolutely, like, well, maybe didn't invent it, but reinforced the concept of using extreme difficulty to artificially pad out the length. Is what I like to say. Seriously? Thank you. The problem is if he kills me, then I'm gonna have to do a whole lot of farming anyways. So I want to just make sure I'm at full health and ammo if possible. But you can see this is a point where the developers were actually being nice. Like, oh yeah, get all the health and ammo you want right here. Sure, why not? Come on. And there is an energy tank in his room that I think you could grab, like, at the start or middle of the fight. If you're struggling, but... I wonder why none of them are dropping missiles, though. Alright, I'm at maximum health, and they're still giving me health. Okay, maybe these ones only drop health, I don't know. Oh, nobody's dropping missiles, huh? Yeah, you got me through the door. How about that? Wait, can I... Well, you don't need missiles to kill him, but it's just once you run out of missiles, then you gotta shoot him with regular bullets. Thank you. So it seems like they have about a 20 or 25% drop rate. But then at that point it randomly decides if it's going to be missiles or health. And it seems like the probability for missiles is much lower. See, look, you can jump up through there. Or no, you end up falling through there. Alright, let's give it a shot. Yeah. You know it's a boss because the music changes. Oh. Okay, I got him. Yeah. So he's ridiculous. What? I always forget how to get this one, too. That's the other thing. Oh! Not what I wanted. But see how I got 75 missiles for killing him. So if you have enough health, you can just sit on top of them and fuck them up that way. Oh, come on! I don't want to go in here. There we go. You get, so for some reason, you gotta drop down from up there. But look, now I'm back up to full health. I have lots of missiles. Now I have to get the fuck out of here, because obviously I don't want to die on purpose like I've been doing. I like how if you freeze one of them, then the other ones don't spawn in. That's always helpful, right? Alright. See, now I gotta get out of here, which is a complete pain in the ass. Yeah, and in this game, blocks can kill you. So if I ever get out of Kraid's lair, I can go straight to Torian and beat the game. Which is why it's a good idea to keep that first energy tank until afterwards. But if I didn't get it, I probably would have died down here against Kraid, so yeah. Yes, that's the thing, is if I didn't already get that first energy tank, I could have just died on purpose to get out. And then just grab that, and then go on the Torian, but oh well. No! No! Why? You gotta time everything perfectly so that you don't get damage boosted out. Okay. Will this take me out of here? Let's find out. Oh my god, dude. It's another characteristic of a lot of old games is the damn knockback. Alright, no, I can't go back that way. Yeah, I think the wave beam also just does a lot more damage than the ice beam. But you can't beat the game with it, so... Alright, cool. So what's cool about the Metroids is, like, okay, you gotta freeze them and then shoot them with 5 missiles, but they have a chance of dropping, like, 30 missiles or something, I think. Alright. Oh, let's get the fuck out of here. And wall jumping was not added until Super Metroid, of course. And I'm going to skip Metroid 2 this month because I just don't like it. So do I want to go over there? No, I don't. I don't want to go into either of these two rooms over here. Because they're not going to lead to anything useful. I don't need any more missiles. Alright, cool. Now, if you go into Torian without the ball bomb, then if the Metroid latches onto you, you're dead. Basically, it'll just keep sucking your life until you're dead. So, you don't want that. And that's what Metroids do. They absorb the life force of other creatures to power themselves. They are a parasitic life form. They started on the planet, what, SR-38, whatever it's called? SR-88, whatever. They started there. The space pirates brought them to Zebes. So in the first game, here we are on Zebes, trying to take out the whole space pirate operation. In Metroid 2, Samus goes to exterminate the Metroid species, but one of them survives and imprints upon her, and she takes it back to the lab. So then in Super Metroid, Ridley attacks that facility, steals the baby Metroid, and then Samus follows him to Zebes, where she finds that these space pirates have rebuilt their entire base. So, that's no good. Ow. And then Metroid Other M decided to take place right between, or right after the events of Super Metroid, and we don't like to talk about Other M, do we? I don't think it was that bad, like, gameplay-wise, but the story was kind of a mess, and Samus wasn't really characterized properly. And when they said they were going to do, you know, show us more of Samus's past, they kind of didn't really do that. They just showed her at this military academy, and I don't know. They didn't show us like how she got orphaned and her first encounter with Ridley or anything like that. Okay, so you see how I shoot that statue. I'm supposed to get half a bridge here. Why am I not getting half a bridge? I don't know. Maybe I don't need half a bridge. Maybe I missed... Okay, so see this mosquito dude right here? Yeah, we're gonna try to get him to come in here. He's gonna keep getting stuck on that rock, though. Alright. Alright. So, got him to follow me. Come on. Ah ha ha ha, see? It's almost like they want you to do that, you know what I mean? They wouldn't have put those guys right outside the door if they didn't want you to do that. Or put it this way, if they didn't want you to do it, they wouldn't have made it possible to do it. Or maybe there's some of the glitches in this game were just put in to make it easier for testers. You know? Maybe they figured players either wouldn't figure it out or wouldn't be skilled enough to be able to pull it off. Who knows? Yes, he's draining my health. So if I didn't have the ball bomb, he would have just kept sucking me dry until I was fucking dead. So I can't even tell you what it was like for me to get to here for the first time and to see those fucking things, and I'm just like, the fuck is that shit? Yeah, yellow doors need 10 missiles in this game. And then you got these stupid donut things. I just call them donuts. I don't think they drop any resources. Alright, so you get 20 health from each one, but you can also get extra missiles. Let's see, of course, none of them are dropping missiles right now. I told you, this game does screw you sometimes. Yeah, and they eventually will unfreeze, just like every other enemy in the game. I'm wasting so many missiles trying to get more missiles. This is ridiculous. See, these things don't drop anything. Man, the game's being really stingy with missiles today, huh? First they're being stingy with health, then they're being stingy with missiles. It's just being stingy, period. Jeez. Not a single missile drop. Which means I'm not going to have enough to... What the fuck? Thank you. I don't need health! Are you kidding me? Wow, I'm at full health and I'm only getting health pickups. What the fuck? So these barriers here, once you destroy them, they don't regenerate, which is good. But this is probably why you're supposed to kill Kraid and Ridley, because the game might decide to screw you. So yeah, good news is these barriers do not regenerate. Bad news is I do not have nearly enough missiles to beat the game, so... Oh, for God's sakes. I hate those damn things. Yeah, and look at these freaking frame rate drops, too. So, can't beat the game now. And these things just spawn out of thin air, and they do not drop anything when you kill them, so... Now I basically have to die on purpose. I should have saved the state. Oh well, what are you gonna do? I have to die on purpose now. Because the game screwed me over on the drops. Stupid RNG. Alright. So, is Metroid a good game? Not really. Oh yeah, now I get all the missiles I could ever want, right? Sure. I'm probably going to want to get about 15 missiles before I try to go back down there. So this is Metroid. Every time you die, you gotta go farming for resources. So you have to kill both bosses for the bridge to appear, but as you see, you can get in with just one of the bosses being killed. Oh, actually, no, you know what? I take that back. As long as you have Ball Bomb and... Yeah, as long as you have Ball Bomb and Ice Beam, you don't even have to kill one of the bosses, but you'll definitely not have enough missiles to be able to beat it, so... Yeah. But what I probably should have done is backed out and then gone back in to get the Metroids to respawn, and then I could have just kept farming them longer, but... Oh well. And it does seem like the health has a much higher drop rate than the missiles. So, what are you gonna do? So I would have beaten the game already if I didn't get screwed over on item drops. What are you gonna do? So this is Metroidvania, or Metroidvania May, or Metroid Mania, or whatever you want to call it. There's several puns you could use, but just a whole month of Metroidvanias, starting with the original, of course, which I don't actually have fond memories of, and I don't think it's a very good game anymore. Okay, good. No. Ah! Fuck. Why did you exit Morph Ball form, you stupid bounty hunter? Come on, fucker. Thank you. Should have saved when I entered Torian. Should have known the game would fuck me. I'm gonna die in here. Thank you. Okay. And then these, I call them donuts, they hit you through the door. Alright. So, do they respawn? They do. Okay. Well, now you know. I thought they only respawned if you died or left the region. Alright. It's after 11, but now I just want to beat it. Alright. Yeah, and see, the thing is, even though it's a 16:9 aspect ratio, it actually puts... It's actually 4:3, and then there are, like, black bars on the sides, but I got rid of them for the stream, as you can see. The problem is I don't actually know what my maximum missiles are. And the game can absolutely screw you, as you saw. You could just get a health drop from the Metroids like 10 times in a row and end up losing, you know, 50 missiles in the process, so... Okay. So now I know my maximum is 125. Now I know what my maximum is. So what I need to do now is try to just not kill them, like freeze them and then just keep going and hope they don't catch up to me. Okay, but I also wanted to get a little bit of health, so... Obviously, if one of them grabs me, I'm probably going to have to kill one to... Yeah, it's funny, it didn't even occur to me to just freeze them and move on. Oh, well. So yes, the boss of this game is just a brain in a jar, but the brain in the jar is protected by a whole bunch of bullshit. So it is a difficult boss. It's a difficult boss fight, not because of the boss itself, but because of all the shit that goes along with it. Ah! Sometimes you get lucky and you're able to kill through. But see, look, that time, didn't I just get 2 missile drops there? Now I want health and they won't give it to me. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the health. Alright, he despawned. So I'm... Yeah, so those barriers do not respawn, which is the only thing that kind of makes this bearable. And these freaking frame rate drops, it's like, yeah. So the question is, did they put all this extra shit in here on purpose to make the frame rate drop? Or Did they just not test it, or did they just not care? You know what I mean? No, I didn't press up. Why did you do that? I didn't press that. Oh my god. I'm gonna die again. Okay. Yep. Dead again. I didn't think I would run out of health, but oh well. Yeah, you get 30 health or 30 missiles for killing each one of them. But then you get hit inside the wall, which is no good. Alright. Now, if you had to, like, reshoot that yellow door or any of those other barriers, then, yeah, then this game would be, like, the worst game ever. Alright. At least if you freeze some of these donut things, then they stop spawning in. There can't be more than 3 at a time on the screen, I guess. Okay. So I have enough missiles to beat the game now. But can I stay alive long enough? So the screw attack is actually useful in here, but you can't cheat your way in because you'll end up accidentally killing the mosquito dude. Yeah, so I like how that one just flies right through the wall. And then I can kill both of these at the same time. Let's see how the game is now only giving me health instead of missiles. Alright. Okay, good. Okay. Alright, good. I always think it's odd though when the game gives you missiles or health when it's at full, you know. But they won't give you the one that's empty. So I swear I beat this once without the various suit, but maybe I didn't. Maybe my memory's a little fuzzy. I don't know. Maybe I had all of the energy tanks, and I killed Ridley too. I don't know. But this would be so much easier without the constant frame rate drops. Well, and then you can't touch the tank. Okay. I did it. Alright, I beat the game. Well, as long as I get out of here in the next 999 seconds or milliseconds or whatever it is. Alright, so it took 3 tries to kill Mother Brain. So on that first attempt, they screwed me on missiles, but then second attempt, I ran out of health. Third attempt, I almost died, but I still had plenty of missiles left over. So, at least I think I did. So this goes to show you, you don't have to kill both bosses to beat the game, you only got to kill one. Or be prepared to collect all of the non-boss missile tanks, which of course would still not give you enough. So you get 75 for killing each boss. That's why you got to kill at least one of them. There you have it. And you don't need all the energy tanks, you don't need wave beam, you don't need screw attack. You technically don't need various suit if you're good enough. Yeah, but it may be invaded by the other Metroid. That's where other M came from. And there you have it. That's the real Samus. Now, how did she become a blonde in the later games? Who knows? I guess she dyed her hair. So there you have it. That's Metroid. Music by Hip Tanaka. So I think it took me about 2 hours. Well, yeah, I've been streaming for 2 hours, so. $1986. The end. Oh. I see. Well, there you go then. This is Zero Suit Samus. Oh, that's... Okay, so she already has all the power-ups. Okay. So that's what Justin Bailey does then. Justin Bailey probably just takes you to the second playthrough, except that it gives you all the energy tanks and kills the bosses and gives you 250 missiles. So yeah, I lost all my missiles and my energy, but I still have Ice Beam, High Jump, Ball Bomb, Morph Ball. And this must be like the equivalent to the Various Suit, I don't know. That's pretty neat. I forgot that this happened, or didn't know that it happened, or maybe because I beat it so quick, they were warning me. I don't know. So, you know, so the game is like forward-thinking because it is a female protagonist, but it's also kind of not, because your reward for beating it quickly is to see her with no clothes on and get this nice Zero Suit. So. Come on, you fucker. Oh, see, he would have gone in that time. Oh, well. Come on, mosquito. Dang it. Nice. Cool. There's actually another code you can put in that makes the game harder, or makes her die in one hit or something. Or she's like constantly at one hit point, something like that. So there's actually a whole bunch of codes that make the game either easier or harder, and then there's passwords you can look up online that'll skip you to certain points in the game. So why am I still playing? This is a game that you're not really going to like until after you beat it, if you can manage to beat it. And you might be thinking, hey, you didn't actually finish the game though. You didn't get 100% of the items, you didn't kill all the bosses, what's the big idea? Well, you play it your way and I'll play it mine, how about that? Oh, that's right. Hang on. Now I remember. So what you want to do is you want to go get this missile pack first. Alright, yeah, I'm back where I started, huh? Yep. Alright, so I'm done playing this for now. But real quick, see? You start in Norfair as Zero Suit Samus with the Wave Beam, Screw Attack, and Various Suit, I think, or maybe not the Various Suit. 255 missiles, both bosses are already dead. So the only thing you have to do is go get the Ice Beam, and then you can hopefully go kill Mother Brain. So there you have it. Alright. But real quick, I'm just going to say Metroid codes. Let's see here. Huh. There's... Wow, okay. Yeah, it's just a bunch of interesting passwords. There's a code that'll give you no morph ball. Okay. There's a code that'll start you in Torian. Begin with missiles, but no. Okay. Best ending. Begin in Norfair, Mother Brain killed. You can start in Norfair with Mother Brain already dead. Yeah, so Justin Bailey gives you everything except the Ice Beam. Okay. Oh, then there's a password that'll skip you right to Ridley. Oh, there's an invincible... Yeah. Narpa's Sword O. Invincibility and infinite missiles. There's a code that'll just kick you back to the title screen. Okay. Yeah, and then there's a code where you can just start as Zero Suit Samus, but no items. Okay. Cool. Oh. And there's like 6 different endings. Huh. There's a code that'll skip you. Hang on. Okay. You start in Torian as Zero Suit Samus, 1 energy tank, 48 missiles, and no power-ups. Oh, screw attack. But no morph ball. And... okay. Now, the fact that her body is brown, does that mean she already has the, oops. Oh, okay. Sorry. No, okay. Yep, so... okay. So you can't... That's a weird password. But then you, like, can't get out of here, right? Yeah, you... That's so stupid. There's no way you could beat the game, and yet you're stuck in there. Oh, that's wild. Huh. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of weird passwords that start you with... There's a code that freezes the game. Okay. Oh, okay. If you can beat the game in less than an hour, you get the best ending. Less than 3 hours gets you... Okay, that... I see. That unlocks... Alright. Oh, beat the game in under 2 hours, then start a new game to play as Samus without her suit and all parts. That's Game Boy Advance. Okay. Yeah, beat the game in under 2 hours, and then at the password screen, press start. Okay, so there's some interesting codes here. So I didn't get the best ending, I got the second best ending, because I couldn't do it in under an hour. Let's see. X. Dash, dash, N, question mark, W, O. Lowercase d, B, dash, G, W01, GMI, Okay, so this starts you here with all of the power-ups, 250 missiles, and if you beat it, you get the best ending. Got it. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the ice beam. Never mind. I'm thinking, why does the gun look so weird? Yeah, look. Infinite missiles. Various suit. What? Yeah. So, long shot, ice beam. Yeah, so you start with everything. Okay. You start with everything, and if your health would drop below 30, it instead goes up to 40. That's pretty neat. Okay. Yeah, this is how you beat the game. Okay. I am done streaming for today. Thanks to anybody who ended up watching. That was Metroid, so see you again tomorrow, hopefully. Alright, good night.